The Red Dirt D&D podcast is brought to you by Pro Laser Cuts. The Oklahoma company provides pre-made and customizable design laser cut dice towers, tokens, and more, developed by a gamer for gamers, and now available to enhance your tabletop game. Pro Laser Cuts products can be found at many Oklahoma City area game stores, local events, and now available online at prolasercuts.com. That's laser and cuts with a Z, Pro Laser Cuts. And by SD Way Gaming, where dice goblins unite. Our friends at SD Way Gaming celebrate the beautiful dice players handpick for their games and splendor. SD Way Gaming has expanded to include many tabletop gaming varieties, accessories, and similar fun necessities to include a service for your dice addiction. You can shop for a variety of products at sdwaygaming.com or find SD Way Gaming on Facebook. Welcome to Red Dirt D&D. I'm Michael Cross, and I play Gaz, an orc barbarian in search of adventure.
I'm Konnor Shenold. I play Konnor with a K, a Kobold Sorcerer who is a continuous thorn in the Empire's side.
I'm Johnny Payne, and I play the half-elf roguish warlock Zonimus Dinar, who's going to take back everything he's ever lost.
I'm Kiri Hester, and I play Poppy Tealeaf, a halfling druid who is determined to protect the frontier from the might of the Empire.
I'm Brooke Bullock, and I play Mockerin Stoneshaper, a young dwarf sorcerer finding his true family as revealed by the secrets of the frontier.
And I'm Ash King, your dungeon master. Join us now for Tales from the Callbend Frontier.
As you have continued to explore the mines looking for flight crystal, you have encountered a pair of stone golems. Perhaps at one point, these creatures may have been used to clear away some of the stone to expand the tunnels and make them deeper. But for now, you are on the receiving end of their wrath. After everyone has successfully saved out of the slowing effect that these creatures have, we find Gaz is basically up between the two, his tail thrashing about in irritation as he hasn't been able to reach his full violent potential since the start of the fight. Zonimus, seeming to have some sort of confidence shaken by recent events, is doing his best to assist up there next to Gaz with our adorable sweet Poppy right there in the fray. It is Mockerin and Konnor who are hanging back, trying to fling spells at these two creatures as best as possible. And currently, it is the golem's turns. So we'll see if they regain some of their magical abilities. Well, once more, I got good news and bad news, kids. One of them did get back its ability.
All right, we're ready this time.
So Mockerin and Konnor, you two are actually out of the quote-unquote line of fire for this ability. But Poppy, Zonimus, and Gaz, you guys are within range, so I will need wisdom saves from the three of you.
I got a 27.
Nice.
12.
17.
A 17 is exactly what you need, Zani. That's one golem's turn taken care of. Righty is going to swing twice. And actually, I'm going to have it do one attack on Gaz and one attack on Zonimus, because you're both equidistant from it. First one on Gaz will be a 21. A 26 points of damage, half to 13, and then Zonimus will be a 25. Will be 18 points of damage.
Reduced by 4 to 14. I will uncanny dodge it down to 7. I will uncanny dodge right into Gaz and then flat on my bottom.
Okay.
And I have a reaction. The Stone Aegis, when I share it with someone, I can use my reaction to teleport to an unoccupied space within 5 feet of the attacker. So I'm going to pop in behind him, just for flavor text, and then get to attack. with a 22 with the Warhammer. So that's going to be 7 points of damage. But if I hit, it brings an extra 1d10 of force damage to it.
Okay.
And that is a 9. So a total of 16 points of damage.
Hey, Makran.
Yeah.
Just for fun, roll me a D100.
Okie dokie. This is either wonderful or terrible in 83.
So you discover something interesting about the Warhammer of Clan Stoneshaper.
What?
It's made from adamantine.
Steam and whistles. I just look at it after I go, Kawang. I don't know exactly what that does, but I know that's pretty dang special.
Because the problem is, with a non-magical Warhammer, that wouldn't do anything to these bad boys. But a Warhammer made from adamantine, they take full damage.
That's so cool. I'm super excited.
So technically that was the end of Zonimus's turn. And so we would go to Poppy's turn.
I'm going to call my lightning. DC 16 on my call lightning.
Okay, he actually fails with a 10.
Heck yeah. So he'll take full damage. Oh, I rolled bad. Only 12. 4d10 and I only got a 12. And then I'm going to use my action to try to stab him in the ankle I've been working on. And I crit! So, that is 12 total damage with my Gideon sword.
That's not bad. It's looking really, really rough. You have almost sawed through the ankle.
And I am definitely keeping a very close eye on Zonimus. Like, I can tell that this guy is teetering, and so I want to kind of finish him off, but my heart wants to go be close to Zonimus in case he needs help.
Is that all for you, Poppy?
Yep.
Makran.
All right. So, well, I'm obviously going to swing again with this adamantine hammer and rolled a modified 15.
Not quite. It's got to be a little stronger than that.
Just missed him. And I think I'll just stay right where I'm at. I just stay right by their calves, 5 feet away. I think I'll just stay right there close to him.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. Yes.
Yeah, still enraged but slowed, has remembered that he can attack reckless. Of course, it means I might get a better chance of getting hit next time, but let's give it a try. 23 to hit.
Will hit.
For max damage of 17 points of damage.
Woo! Hot potato.
And so I'm going to roll to see if I can get on my slow. Nope, it's an 8.
Kinda.
Is anybody on the right?
I'm in between both of them.
In between? Okay.
Yeah, Gaz and then Makran as well.
So I'm going to move to where I'm still far back, but like directly right in front of the right one, because this one hasn't taken as much damage. And I'm going to cast Lightning Bolt. I need a dexterity saving throw.
That will be a 6, good captain.
Haha, you take all of this. All of 30 points of lightning damage.
Holy cannoli!
Nice.
Right.
Is that all for you, Konnor?
I'll give a smug smirk and dust my hands off. That's how it's done, guys. Let's get this.
You see the golem head slowly turn towards you. The eyes flare for a second. Yeah, and it is my golem's turn, unless there's anything else you'd like to do, Konnor.
Move back out of its range.
Run away! Run away!
You are very nearly back into the tunnel where you guys were fighting the air myrmidons.
Basically. I ain't getting close to that. I'm not stupid.
And luckily for you guys, neither of them got their slow ability back. One of them is going to go for Poppy because she has been shanking its ankle for the last couple of turns. One hit will be a 26.
Oh, yeah.
The other hit will be a 22.
Oh, yeah. Don't do 33 points of damage.
Okay, well, we'll see. 24.
Okay.
For both attacks or one?
That's just one. Here comes the second. And another 21.
Oh, yeah. I'm down.
And then Stone Golem the second will swing at Gaz.
You get advantage because of reckless.
Advantage will be a 26. 23 points of damage.
Now reduced to 11.
And then it will swing at you again. with a 28 or 17.
Reduced to 8.
So as I take that damage, the thunderstorm that had been circling over the heads of these golems dissipates, and I fall back, sword still in hand, but kind of splayed. The last thing I see as my eyes close is poor Zonimus, also on his butt, because I think he just fell down as well. And then darkness.
Well, that's it for my stone golems. Zonimus, you're up.
I hit the ground and I look up at Gaz, like, why would you do that to me? And as I go to get up, I feel this burst of air, and suddenly Makrin is standing there, swinging away, and I hear this ringing sound. And it reminds me of something, and I look down to the metal badge on my chest, and I rub it, and still looking at it and rubbing it, I stand to my feet, and I look Gaz in the eye, and I hear a crunch and a gasp, and Gaz can just see in my eyes this brief glimmer. And I turn and I scoop up Poppy and I walk away with her.
You will take an attack of opportunity from the stone golem.
That's fine.
That would be an 18.
That hits.
It'd be 17 points of damage.
Reduced to 13, and I don't take any more action to reduce any more of it. And I keep walking out with her.
So, bonus action, teleport in front of the creature between Zonimus and the thing, and swing the hammer again.
On righty or lefty?
Which one just struck at Zonimus?
Lefty.
Yeah, so at lefty, but I roll a 1. It's a swing and a miss because he's got Poppy. It's just a wild, crazy swing, and I'm not even focusing correctly, so.
Poppy, I need a death save, please.
17.
1 success. Makrin.
Makrin is going to attack again to give them time to hopefully get away. Swinging with the Warhammer. Oh, darn. An 11. He's just, I miss again.
He's so frustrated he can't hit.
I'm just wildly swinging. Stay away from my friends.
Okay. Gaz.
Going to attack recklessly against Lefty. 22 to hit.
Will hit.
11 points of slashing damage. Magical.
Excellent. So Gaz, as Zonimus retreats with Poppy, and as Makrin is swinging wildly, keeping this creature's attention, you do manage to find that last weak point. And the stone golem crumbles as the magic leaves it and it is destroyed.
Yes. Oh, good. I'm going to try to roll to see if I can get out of the slow. Yes. 21.
Excellent. You may now take reaction. Konnor. Yep.
Seeing Zonimus pick up Poppy and then begin to retreat with her, but still seeing that Gaz and Makrin are still kind of in the fight, I'm going to step aside from the door so that way Zonimus and Poppy have a clear shot to get out. And I'm going to move back to that one spot that I was at to hit righty with another lightning bolt. So another dex save.
That will be a 5. Good cap.
Yay. 28 points of damage.
All right. Is that all for you?
And still making sure that I'm at a range of these golems. And that's it.
The last remaining golem. Luckily, he does not get his ability back. But seeing as Gaz has left himself open to attack, he will swing. Ooh! He crits. I actually rolled 2 20s.
Well, it's nice knowing you, Gaz.
Yeah, this could kill me.
It will be 31 points.
Okay, reduced to 15.
And then it will swing again. This time, not a crit, but still a hit with a 26.
Okay, I got one chance at this. My tail is going to try to deflect it. I need an 8. 8. Yes!
Yay!
My AC is a 26.
Excellent, excellent. All right, so you block the second attack with that tail. Bring it around and whip it. You are a lucky ducky.
I am very lucky. That hit would have killed me.
So that's it for my golem. Zonimus.
Zonimus gets a little bit further away, kind of to the opening of the tunnel that led into this area. He kneels down and he sets Poppy on the ground. He takes off his coat and wraps it up, puts it under her head. And he says, I can't do more than this. God, I wish Gideon was here. I'm okay, Poppy. I know you can't hear me, but if ever you think that I've gone or that I've lost my heart, just know that my heart is always right here. And I'll put my hand against the side of her face and let it slide down to the edge of her chin. And then I'll turn and look over my shoulder and flick my arm out and fire a dagger at the last remaining golem for 18.
What hit?
17 points of damage. I will guard you with my life. And I'll stand and turn and stay there with her behind me, watching the rest of this unfold.
Poppy, I need a death save.
Yeah. That is a 10.
And that is a success.
And I imagine in the darkness, I'm looking for Gideon. I'm looking for the feeling that Gideon gave me, and I can feel Zonimus more than I can feel Gideon. So I feel like at this particular moment, I'm a little bit closer to life than death.
Greetings and salutations, my friends. I'm Michael Cross. So great to have a moment to talk with you during this mid-show break. First off, I want to invite you all to join us as Patreon members. The money we raise helps us pay for things like the music and sound effects you hear on the show, as well as money to go to events and make new fans. When you become a Patreon member, you get our episodes 4 days early, bonus content, access to our Discord server, and full versions of our roundtable discussions. You'll be joining other fans like Scott Wise, Don Mills, Heath Mormon, and the Lady Kate. So join us right now at patreon.com/reddirtdnd. Another way to support us is by getting your very own Red Dirt merchandise. You can find things like hats, hoodies, mugs, and t-shirts. Just click on the merch tab at reddirtdnd.com or reddirtrpg.com. Since 2020, the Red Dirt D&D podcast has been close to another Oklahoma actual play Dungeons & Dragons podcast, D20 to Curtain. And me personally, I've had a chance to work on stage with some of the actors on the show. So when you get done with this episode, you should check them out.
Hello, fellow D&Ders. My name is Jerome.
I'm Jennifer. I'm Jody.
And together with our friends Kara, Timothy, and Jared, we are the cast of the D20 to Curtain podcast, where Oklahoma theater geeks and their friends hit record and explore our new addiction to Dungeons & Dragons.
We think D&D is more than just a game. It helps us tap into the enduring power of storytelling.
We combine live gameplay with behind-the-curtain episodes to share our experiences, insights, habits, discoveries, and passion for D&D with anyone who will listen.
We hope D20 to Curtain will make you laugh, cry, maybe even make your experience at your table even more satisfying. Check us out anywhere you listen to podcasts or visit us at d20tocurtain.com or at D20tocurtain on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
We look forward to having you. All we ask is that you have fun, be kind, and play the role.
If you're looking for more content, make sure to check out our YouTube page with Mysteries of Beatrix live every Wednesday. Keys from the Golden Vault from the Red Dirt Outlaws dropping every Tuesday at noon, and Plausible Deniability every other Thursday at 7 p.m. So come check it out at youtube.com/@RedDirtRPG or search for Red Dirt RPG on YouTube. And we would love to hear from you. Find us on social media at Red Dirt RPG. You can also get in touch with us through our website at reddirtrpg.com. In the meantime, make sure and subscribe to this podcast and leave a comment on your favorite podcatcher so others can find us. All right, I think that's everything I need to tell you. Right now, let's head back to Red Dirt D&D.
So, a sweet scene at the end of the tunnel. Zonimus standing guard over Poppy's prone form. At the end of it, however, the battle still rages. Makron, you're up.
I swing again with the Warhammer. It is a modified 23, and that is 4 points of damage, but I'm going to use a bonus action from Stone Sorcery to add Thunderous Smite to it.
Ooh, nice.
And an additional 8 points of damage.
So that would be 12 points total.
That's correct. If the target is a creature, it's got to have a strength saving throw or be pushed back and knocked prone. I don't know if a size differential happens in that or not, but
I wouldn't say in this case, since it's just one size up from you.
Okay, gotcha.
I mean, if we were talking like a dragon or something, then maybe we'd be in a different situation.
Yeah, yep.
The strength save on this will be a 18.
Yep, so he's able to keep his balance.
Hey, Macron, roll me another D100, please.
On the other end of the spectrum, this one is a 16.
So with the Thunderous Smite, with this thunderous energy that you just rang out in a mine that's 5,000 years old, you notice the ceiling above you gets a little crumbly, gets a little crackly. You think you probably have limited time to figure out if you're gonna stick around and continue to fight this thing, or if you're going to attempt to GTFO.
I immediately shout out to Gaz. Gaz, the ceiling! We gotta get out of here! Retreat! Retreat! Get out of here! And I believe that's all that I'm going to do. Yes.
Gaz.
How far away is everyone else? Konnor and Poppy and Zonimus.
So Konnor, I have kind of at the edge of the start of this chamber. Zonimus and Poppy are basically at the very end of this chamber. So Konnor is a little questionable if he's in the safe zone or not. Zonimus and Poppy do luckily kind of seem to be in the safe zone. It's just really you and Makran who are still in the chamber.
If I disengage, we're still not going to get that far, even if I pick up Makran and run. I'm going to attack twice with my tail, recklessly. 25 to hit.
Will hit.
11 points of damage.
Okay.
Second attack with my tail, 25 to hit. 16 points of damage. Offhand attack with my longsword. Nat 20. So I get my extra die because of my brutal critical. 24 points of damage.
Okay, yeah, this thing looks terrible.
Oh, shoot. I was hoping I would do it. Oh, well.
No, not quite.
Okay.
Almost.
Otherwise, then I would have ran away if he'd gone down, but no, that's it. I'm done.
Konnor.
It's looking pretty rough, right?
Really rough.
Okay. I might be overkill, but I'll just do another lightning bolt.
All right. That is only going to be a 7.
Nope. Ooh. 32 points.
Ooh, oh yes, that is more than enough.
Which parts of this cave are starting to crumble? Does it look like it's just in this room?
Yeah, it seems like if you start heading down the tunnel, you should be okay in theory.
I'll start heading that way. I'll kind of linger to make sure everybody gets out okay. Don't know what I could do if they don't.
So Gaz and Makran, since you two are still in the room at the end of the turn, give me a dexterity save throw as you notice the ceiling is starting to crumble and cave in.
I get that at advantage.
Oh boy.
Nat 20 for a 22.
You are avoiding these rocks and pieces of detritus that are starting to come down. Makran?
A modified 18.
18, okay. You are managing to do the same, so the two of you will take no damage this turn. Zonimus, is there anything you would like to do in this turn?
I'm going to look around and yell at Konnor as what we're looking for in here. I don't see anything that looks crystal-like. I'm getting her out. I'm going to bend down and grab my coat and throw it over my shoulder, pick up Poppy, and make my way down the tunnel.
So basically, Zonimus, you and Poppy are kind of back where you guys were fighting with the air myrmidons, and that area seems to be safe. So it's not experiencing this cave-in that has been triggered. So you guys are basically safe where you're at. And then I would say, Konnor, for you, with your speed, you would have been able to also get to that same area. So it's really just kind of Makran and Gaz who are in the danger zone, so to speak. So, Poppy, go ahead and give me another death save, please.
2.
2 saves, 1 failure. Makran, what would you like to do?
So as soon as things start falling and I take a step to the left and take a step to the right and I see Gaz starting to prep to run as well, then I turn and just haul toward the main hallway out of this area that we have here. Running would give me 50 feet of movement.
Go ahead and give me one more deck save, just again as things are crumbling quickly around you.
Oh, that's an 11.
11. Okay. So you just take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as these rocks and things are just crumbling all around you, but you do manage to get out into the safe zone. Gaz.
How far away is Poppy from me right now?
So Zonimus has taken her out into the safe area. If you dash, you would be able to get out there.
Right. I have 40 feet of movement because I'm thinking I would like to save my action if I can. But so if I just go the 40 feet, that's not going to get me to her.
It would get you close, but not quite to them. You would be within about 10 feet.
I will dash to Poppy whilst at the same time getting my healer's kit out.
Give me one more deck save,
Yes,
please.
of course. I get that with advantage. 12.
You will take some damage.
Yeah. I'm still raging.
So you would have taken 2 points of bludgeoning, reduced down to 1.
So I'm ripping off my backpack and pulling out my healer's kit so that on my next round I can use my healer's kit for Poppy. So all you have to do is not roll 2 ones.
All right. So that is everyone safely out. You hear and see the cave just behind you. That whole particular cavern just crumbles in on itself. And if you had stayed much longer, then you would probably be pancakes by now. Luckily, the area that you guys have gotten to seems to be stable and solid, so you will not have to deal any further with that nonsense. But we will stay in initiative for purposes of Poppy's death saves because she has not been stabilized yet. So Zonimus, you would actually be first up. What would you like to do?
I have dropped to my knees and propped Poppy up, like on my knees, like her back's to my knees. We're both facing the same direction, and I have my back to where we came from to shield her from any rubble that would come out. And I'm just running my hand along her hair and the edge of her face, apologizing over, I can't do anything, Poppy. You got to get through this. I'm lost here. I know you can't hear me. No one can hear me anymore. I'm sorry. I can't do anything. I look over my shoulder. Come on. I just kind of sit there just mumbling this over and over again.
Poppy. You know what I need from you.
How's a 19 sound?
19 sounds pretty good. So that is 3 death saves, so you are stable at 0.
Yay!
And so I reach them and I start to pull out my healing kit and realize that she is actually stable and I don't need to do a use of it.
I haven't realized that yet, and I look up at you and Gaz, I can't do anything. I can't help her.
Don't worry, my friend. She has been stable now. But you could have at any point done exactly what I just did. You can stabilize her on your own. You don't need any healing powers.
But
while you were holding her, you could have saved her.
I'm going to kind of scoot her off me to Gaz and stand up and back away. This is kind of taking in the whole everything.
Mokrin sees you set her body down and then stand up and back up, and he is, finishing his run up to you guys. He's like, no, what's... and then notices like that there's still color in her cheeks and her chest slowly moving. And I calm down just a tiny bit. What's she gonna be?
She'll be fine, Mokrin. However, we seem to have a problem in our party.
What do you mean?
Well, one of us is not 100%.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about Poppy.
Yeah, I don't really know what's up with Zonimus. And I kind of look over at him, kind of see the state that he's in. I'm not even sure he'd be able to tell us.
I don't know what's going on. I got hit in here. We were in here and I got hit, and
you stumbled right into me, and I was trying to get you out, and then you ran back in there.
No, I mean in this room we're in, I got hit, and that damn sneaky coyote showed up again. And
Sneaky coyote?
I looked down my open hands and I'm like, I don't know. I can't feel anything. Like I was fine, and then I wasn't. I got Poppy out here, and I know I did. I failed. I panicked. I'm used to just someone besides me having the power to just stop this from happening. And whether it be that damn coyote, or I look Mocker in the eyes, or Gideon, or even Poppy, I just got lost. I'm fine. I mean, you can count on me. Maybe I just need a minute. I just need a drink.
Mockrin reaches out and puts his hand on Zonimus's hand and said, Zonimus, I don't think he drinks what you need.
I'll take your hand. It's just water, my friend.
Oh, yeah. And I reach around and grab my water skin and pass it over to you.
I'll take a drink, pour some on my face. And
with all seriousness, Makrin looks over at Konnor and says, you didn't see any jackalopes around here, did you?
No, I didn't see anything like that.
All right.
I think it's just something he's, in his mind that he's going through. I don't really think it was anything physically that happened.
Poppy saw something happen when he hit his knees earlier. We'll have to ask her.
When you say that, I point to where I was standing when I fell to my knees. Yes, I took a hit. And the fire was building up inside me that's usually there to lash out at the thing that hit me. But it's never been my power. It's been that sneaky Coyote's power. And I told him no this time.
Yeah, you said that out loud. You didn't say very nice things.
I told him I was not going to be his puppet anymore. I wasn't going to be a pawn in his game with Wiley. And he asked me if that was what I really wanted. And I cursed his name and I fell to my knees. And I knew Poppy was there. Everything else has been sort of like a distant memory. I know at one point I was standing up there between Gaz and Poppy with those golems. I got scared and didn't know who I could trust, but I had my focus. I knew what we needed to do. And then Poppy went down. Yeah. I'm looking at my hands. I'm like, he's not here anymore. He's not with me anymore. I'm going to be better for it. I'm going to be better for it because what he gave to me, he gave to Wiley. Because of what Wiley's doing, Gideon is dead. Don't you worry about me. Go get her up.
Gaz is going to go pick up Poppy. And if I remember correctly, from this room, we go north to the main room, which had another exit, which we hadn't gone down, and then the exit to leave. And one exit toward the office. Mm-hmm. And then one exit to leave. I'm going to head out.
Okay.
And I'm guessing Strom is still out there. Mm-hmm. I say, Strom.
Hey.
Poppy has been hurt.
As soon as you walk out of the mine carrying, this little dead weight, not necessarily limp, but definitely dead weight. Of course, to you, she weighs about the same as a small child.
She's a tiny, yes. In my hands, she's like a little puppy.
Yeah, Wildfire immediately just runs over and is nosing at Poppy's hand and looking at it, trying to wake her up.
Fear not, Wildfire. She will be fine. She just needs to rest. And I think as it was nearing nighttime when we entered this cave in the first place, we could all use some rest. And maybe Strom here will help protect us. We can go back in the morning.
Yeah, Strom has, since you guys entered the mine, he has actually set up his camp. So he has everything kind of set up. So as soon as he sees you, he comes striding over and takes him 2 steps. But he kneels down, just kind of looks over and, it's fine. I will watch over you as you rest.
I want to go over to Wildfire real slow, not scared, just slow. And I'm just going to reach the back of my hand out in front of his snout.
He leans forward and just kind of gives you a few inquisitive sniffs before he puts his snout up under your palm and tosses it onto his head.
He loves you. He recognizes you.
When he does, I'll rub his head in his ear and shake my head, satisfied that at least I'm still me enough that he recognizes me.
I put my hand on Zonimus's shoulder. Gaz says in Orcish, Zonimus, we're going to stay here the night. You need to figure out who you are, because right now you're putting our lives in danger.
He'll turn and say, Gaz, and just look you in the eye, fists clenched, jaw popping. You were right to call me out. He'll turn and walk off and bed down.
Red Dirt D&D Tales from the Caliban Frontier as Ash King as our Dungeon Master, Brooke Bullock as Makrin Stone Shaper, Johnny Payne as Zonimus Dinar, Kiri Hester as Poppy Tealeaf, Konnor Shenold as Konnor the Kobold, and I'm Michael Cross as Gaz. Special thanks to our Silver Star Paladin patron Shenanigans Unplugged. Our theme music was created by the cinemagician PJ Castillo. Our incidental music comes from Jeffrey McBride. Our sound effects and additional music courtesy of tabletopaudio.com and Monument Studios. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and at reddirtdnd.com. We here at Red Dirt D&D could really use your help in getting the word out about us. If you like what you've heard, make sure and subscribe, rate us, and leave a comment. Also, tell your friends about Red Dirt D&D. You can also support the show at patreon.com/reddirtdnd. We have several giving levels to help us grow up big and strong. Join us next time as we go deeper into the Caliban frontier.
Gaz, you were so fast for just a few seconds.
Aha! I have it! I'm back! Oh no!
See, Makran, you're a dwarf. Just use the hammer. You're in a mine.
Roll me a D100.
Okie dokie.
Don't do it.
Concern.
That's awesome.
You're welcome.
Christmas.
So wise and benevolent.
Wonder what else my mom didn't tell me. I think to myself.
It's not your dad. It's not your real dad. That's what she didn't tell you.
Dad has been surprisingly absent from a lot of Makran's discussions. I mean, he has a name. I know who he is, but we haven't talked about him much.
That's a great hammer. Makran.
Ludo over there, adorable.
I just made a note in my talk about in the round table section.
Your dad or your hammer?
Okay, and I'm just trying to make sure that there's nothing else, because I know there's something for adamantine armor, but not weapons, unfortunately, at least in 5th edition. It's kind of like a silvered weapon, you know? It's just, yeah, it's made out of silver. That's cool.
Hey, Ash, it's your world. You can make it whatever it wants to
Right?
be.
I can do whatever I want.
You want me to help with that? I'll be happy to help. I'll come up with a few things.
It does triple damage on crits.
There you go, Makran. Don't say I never gave you nothing.
It was I'm rolling on D&D Beyond, and it was a B, and I was like, oh no, does that mean 1? And I was like, no, it means 20. We're okay.
You see the golem head slowly turn towards you. The eyes flare for a second. Yeah, and it is my golem's turn, unless there's anything else you'd like to do, Konnor.
Move back out of its range.
Run away!
You're just like, peace out.
Bye.
Listen, if I can get the foot detached, he'll fall over.
I need a death save, please.
17.
1 success.
Ding. Edit in a good sound there. Like a happy ding.
Little angelic.
And then if I fail, you can do a womp womp. There's a weak point in his ankle.
Say we're gonna change this guy's name to Achilles.
Achilles.
Go for the heel.
11 points of slashing damage. Magical.
Excellent.
That's what it's called. I was trying to remember the word slashing earlier, and I just said slicing because I couldn't think of the word.
We got what you meant.
That's her Patreon mark.
Nice.
Sorry, I giggled, but you put your coat on my face. It's like, you're going to smother me? This is...
Goodbye, Poppy.
She's going to die anyway. I'm just going to take her out peacefully.
Just go quietly.
End the suffering. Because we know GTFO means get the friends out.
Yes.
It's looking pretty rough, right?
Really rough.
You could totally kill it and take credit. Is what Ash is saying.
I have done most of the damage to this.
You're not wrong. It is a 30 points in one hit.
I think he and Gaz have tied for the most amount of damage done to this particular creature.
Yeah.
Ooh, oh yes, that is more than enough.
Proud of you, though.
Thing is never coming back.
We are never, ever getting back together.
He's not a pile of boulders. He's just a pile of pebbles. Sand.
Sand. It's everywhere. Get used to it.
Like that guy in Spider-Man 3.